Gun Meme Review. What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers, and welcome back to another episode of Gun Meme Review. Have a lot of stuff to talk about this time around, plenty of memes, starting from Dr Peterson being based in Nodpilled, the ATF wanting you to turn in your girlfriend, and much, much more. So let's waste no time at all. Let's go ahead and jump into the memes. So first, something that's going to make a lot of weak people very upset that I'm talking about. Dr Peterson, the Canadian author of 12 Rules for Life, as well as a professor, and somebody that the media absolutely just fucking hates. Mostly for his radical platform of self-responsibility and telling the truth. Okay, I understand why the media hates him now. Now, being a Canadian, I will admit I was curious where he stood about guns. Well, I am curious no more, as he was in Texas recently and took this photo, which has been circulating the internet ever since. Running a suppressed AR with nods and a laser. That's pretty dope. This is a photo that absolutely screams, when you have to rescue your father, but it's dark outside, that's chaos. And apparently I was not the only one. The internet went absolutely crazy over this, including some more, I guess, left-leaning media. Clean your room or you'll get the 30 rounds for life. I'll stop doing the bad Dr Peterson impression, by the way. You're welcome. 12 rounds for life, an armed antidote to chaos. Not gonna lie, some of these jokes are gonna get a little esoteric for those of you who haven't heard of them, but I would definitely recommend it if you haven't. Some of you may find it a bit basic, but I don't know. 12 Rules for Life is a book that had a positive impact on my life, and if you haven't read it yet, it's worth looking it up on Audible. Once you read it, these memes are about to become a lot funnier. When you've got a parent-teacher conference at 8 and an op at 9. Bravo 6 going business casual. Look, buddy, we're really going to the belly of the beast now. Get ready for 12 rules for death. And of course, people are talking about the fact that he's using, nods at an indoor range, daytime with light on. I think it's obviously for the photo op, although it's worth pointing out, all good modern nods worth having have light adjustment, so it's not blowing out your vision like you think of the old shit. I'll challenge you this, name a better philosopher who's taken pictures with an AR-15 and nods. I'll wait. Not gonna tell you to clean your room again, bucko. I lied about being done with that impression. Somewhere between Canadian and Kermit the Frog. I'm not gonna tell you to clean your room again, bucko. Okay, I'm seriously done. Seriously, if you did see a dude dressed like this on ops, I would be concerned that he's the scariest motherfucker there. Just in general in combat, if you're running with somebody who's lived long enough to have some gray in their beard, you stay behind that guy, I think. Obviously not like Dr. Peterson's actually an operator or anything like that, but you get the picture. You're about to become a postmodernist, bucko. Now, if you're a fan of Dr. Peterson or you just kind of like the memes or think they're funny, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you're already subscribed, you might want to check to make sure that YouTube hasn't unsubscribed you because they've been doing that again lately for some reason. So while these memes were funny, it received plenty of criticism from the left, most of which was just fucking cringeworthy. Daily Dot. Clean your room is no longer a request. Dr Peterson burned over dopey tactical photo of him at gun range. The lights are on, but Peterson is wearing night vision goggles anyway. Alright, Claire. Let's hear about your fucking expertise with tactical shit. In this picture, the right-wing psychologist. I love it when people lump other people in with right-wing just because they refuse to be left-wing. You could just be normal, right? Right-wing psychologist and author holds a high-powered rifle. This is a high-powered rifle round. This is a 5.56. What more do you have to tell us, Claire? Holds a high-powered rifle and wears a camouflage hard hat fitted with night vision goggles. It's not a hard hat. It's a fucking helmet. Something you should probably wear before crossing the fucking street. Another rifle and 2 clips sit on a shelf a few feet away. Spent shells litter the ground in front of him. They're not clips, it's a magazine. I thought we settled this fucking 10 years ago. And you know why spent shells might be littering the ground? You got a goddamn gun range. That's what they're for. Give me something for the cringe and let me die. Yeah, if you can judge somebody by your enemies, I think Dr. Peterson's doing okay. And I'll go ahead and put this out into the universe. Dr. Peterson, if you ever find yourself back in Texas and you'd like to hang out, do a little shooting with us, do a little promotion on the channel, love to have you. Just give me a heads up though first. I have to clean my room. But before we can move on, you know where this is going. Marty Robbins meme. Beyond governable and room cleaning songs. Dr. B. Peterson. You should ask yourself, no, really, ask yourself, is it true that shooting trash with my friends makes me happy? The answer is, it's not only true, but it's a precondition for the manifestation of truth in reality. Take some bloody responsibility and clean your rifle. This is brought by Carl Jung and Lobsters. Probably one of the most autistic rabbit holes Gun Meme Review has ever gone down, which is really saying something. Anyway, on to the ATF. So 3 days ago was Valentine's Day. I'm sure you're expecting messages from spouses, significant others, your therapist telling you not to do it. What you probably didn't expect was a message from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. You see, the ATF had this message for everyone. Valentine's Day can still be fun, even if you broke up. Do you have information about a former or current partner involved in illegal gun activity? Let us know and we'll make sure it's a Valentine's Day to remember. Call the ATF tip hotline or email the email address. The actual text of the photo. Got an ex who buys or sells guns illegally? We would love to meet and treat them to a Valentine's Day surprise. First of all, this is a serious, Silence brand level of just cringe. But the implication of this is horrific, and what's even worse is how tone deaf it is. Whoever's running their social media is trying to be fun and cutesy about it. What they're really saying is, let us raid your ex. My problem with this is the same problem I have with a lot of the way that the red flag law bills are written. The ATF here is basically begging and encouraging bitter exes to get the ATF to swat their old partners. Because none of us know a psycho ex that would love to do that, right? Fuck. You guys, of course, sent this to me in droves. Snap. Yep, that's going on Gun Meme Review. Well, yeah, you guys pretty much called that 100% right. This is right up our alley. Interestingly enough, I do have a use for that hotline because I do know of someone who's buying and selling guns illegally. And I do have information on some people that are doing illegal gun activity. The person who stands out in my mind is former Attorney General Eric Holder. In fact, him and everybody else that was in charge of planning Operation Fast and Furious, as well as, smuggling guns to the Sinaloa cartels. Man, I sure hope there's some reward money on this hotline, because this is good intel, I promise you. Yeah, well, that's not going anywhere. Remember, kids, crudely paraphrasing from Thomas Jefferson, tyranny is what is legal for government and illegal for the citizens. And with that, I'd like to counter the ATF and give them my own Valentine's card. Just like you did at Waco, you set my heart on fire. Now that I've talked my fair share of shit on the ATF, time to do a puppy update. So if you guys are unaware, I have a new lab German Shepherd mix puppy. Her name is Ada, and she's growing like fucking crazy. She's just over 6 months old now, and she whines at my door anytime I try to piss off the ATF. Of course, the whole ATF dog shooting thing, it's all, it's fun and games. It's a funny joke. Until it isn't. But that's why I thought it was funny to take this photo. Because if she chews one more shoe of mine, I'm gonna put on the hat. Just so happens that it makes for a great meme format. Me finding something that I think will make me happy. Yeah, it do be like that sometimes. But if you'd like the template, there it is. Let's see what you can do with it. If it's good enough, we'll put it on next episode of Gun Meme Review, which may or may not have a special guest. We'll see. That's an actual we'll see. I don't know yet. See what we can do. Now again, on to just a little bit of news. We've got 2 stories here that we're just gonna run through real quick because I think they're funny. The first one, Russia and Ukraine, still a thing. Of course, our government is trying to just fucking beat the war drum saying why we should fucking go to war with Russia and Ukraine. Meanwhile, the sane ones are kind of remembering that world wars suck. But meme wars are hilarious. Which is what's going on right now. Because remember, Ukraine, when all this first started, which was a fucking couple months ago. This has been going on for a minute. When this most recent bout started, posted this meme about living next to Russia. Well, a lot of intel, including stuff that was being circulated here in the States, as well as what it was being, parroted by Ukraine or vice versa, was saying that Russia was supposed to invade today, at the time of filming, on Wednesday. So today, the Russian fucking embassy posted this GIF. 16 February 2022, meanwhile in Ukraine. It's wild to see shit like this ending up in textbooks years from now. How did World War III kick off, Grandpa? Well, first the embassy started fucking memeing at each other. By the way, have you seen Pulp Fiction? Because you need to see Pulp Fiction to understand this. It's fucking wild. But, you know what? If I had to choose, I think there's a lot of good people in the States, there's a lot of good people in Ukraine, and there's a lot of good people in Russia. And if we can choose to conduct meme warfare instead of actual bullets and grenades warfare, that's all right with me. Now, the other news story, of course, being the Canadian truckers shutting down the Canadian capital over shutdowns, and Trudeau fighting back against the truckers for shutting down the city that he was trying to shut down. What? All in all, I think it's rad. I know we rag on our Canadian northern brethren a lot for basically how far they've let their country go. But still, that aside, it's rad to see a modern display of civil disobedience to this scale at this level while still remaining non-violent. Wish you guys all the luck in the world, no matter how much you're being fucked with GoFundMe, by big banks, by all that shit. But, if the trucks don't work, might I make a humble suggestion? That's a meme, guys. It's a meme. It's a joke. Don't take that too fucking seriously. Not that I really give a fuck about my standing with the Canadian government. Oh no, I can't go to Canada. Where will I get bacon that's just salty ham? It's basically just Montana, except colder and 25% more French. But now that I've pissed off everyone so far, I like this. I like breaking loose for gun meme review every once in a while. It's kind of nice. Now that I've done that, let's get to the other gun memes. Sir, permission to leave the station. For what purpose, Master Chief? To give the Covenant back their bomb. Oh, good old Olight. The best 80% destructive device since I.O. went out of business. Also, give me all the shit you want for that bad Master Chief impression, but it's better than the dude they hired to do the voice for the new Paramount show. Administrative results as a Fed. Jesus Christ. Et tu talking balaclava? Although if the previous meme thread had anything to do with this, then that means administrative results might be coming to my place for a Valentine's Day surprise. He's always welcome to do that. Just don't shoot my dog, please, thanks. The face when you bid for something and win by accident. This is no shit me at Rock Island at like this last premiere auction. And I bought some pretty interesting shit too. Bet you can't guess. I seriously have so much banger fucking range content coming up, like I'm excited for it. Man, range videos are just fun. It's my perfect work excuse to go to the range, expand my gun library, while also ideally showing the next generation how firearms work. It's kind of cool, I like it. But yeah, I accidentally spend too much money on guns. It's a personality flaw. Greetings. Have you heard the good news of the Gospel of Mark, chapter 12, verse 0? From the prophet Henry, hole 9. What is this, a crossover episode? Although Henry from 9 Hole is here in Texas, so I guess that's not far-fetched. From EOTech's Twitter. It's been a minute since we've reminded you to hashtag EOTech all the things. So at first glance, that's an EOTech on a double-barrel shotgun. But of course, they're loading 50 BMG inside that shotgun. With all the 50 BMG and shotgun content we've been doing recently, if you haven't seen that, you should probably check it out. I think it's fair to say we might have influenced EOTech to make this post. It's a nice thought anyway. And just in case EOTech is watching, we like your products here. Sure would be cool if we got a sponsorship lined up, don't you think? This is seriously a dope AK-74. I'm looking forward to showing you guys this. Set up specifically for that modern cool guy tactical shit. Even set up for night vision. This thing is gonna whack so many wild pigs. From the gun counter. The Remington settlement is a bad precedent. Remington was held liable. Remington is going to be responsible for every shooting with their guns now. If you call this legal analysis, I swear by Allah, I will, well, you know. So if you haven't heard, there was a lawsuit after Sandy Hook. Some of the parents, I guess, got together and sued Remington, who was the manufacturer who, I guess, owned Bushmaster at the time. Of course, Bushmaster was used in the horrific shooting. Remington's insurance company, apparently, settled in said lawsuit after years of fighting it, because it's a garbage lawsuit, to the tune of $73 million. It's fucking ridiculous. It's a ridiculous lawsuit. It's a ridiculous premise for a lawsuit. I dropped out of law school before they covered dipshit civil suits, but this is fucking ridiculous. The entire premise of their case was they were going to sue Remington because of an ad, I think, that was used to market the same weapon that was used in the shooting. People are saying it's like suing Chevy because a Corvette was used in a drunk driving accident. Realistically, I think it's more like suing Home Depot because a homeless man bought one of their hammers and then beat someone to death with it. St. Louis is a wild fucking place. But yeah, back to the meme. Do I think it's stupid? Yeah. Do I think they should have settled? Fuck no. But it's not like a judge ruled on this. This isn't legal precedent. By settling, Remington isn't admitting wrongdoing. They're basically just saying this isn't fucking worth it to fight it anymore. And in that regard, you know, of course I don't fucking like that. It's just gonna embolden more people to think that they can actually get away with dumb shit like this. But thankfully, it's not actually legal precedent. So yeah, there's your news through memes. So it's kind of a politics-heavy episode. I'm sorry if you use gun meme review as a way to get away from politics and I've just shoved them back in your face, but you know what? The world seems like it's going fucking crazy lately, and maybe this is just my way of coping with it. I don't know. It feels good. Kind of get it all out there and just laugh at it. So what do you guys think? Is this something that you're okay with, you don't want any more of? Not that I actually care about your feelings if you're offended, but, you know, it's something interesting to take into account. Because at the end of the day, I care about making good content for you guys, because I do love you. Except for you, Tim. I know you still haven't subscribed. Trust me, I keep track. But I think that just about wraps this episode of Gun Meme Review. Of course, I appreciate you guys staying to the end of the video. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video, which may or may not include a VSS. We did get to 100,000 likes. Let's see what happens. I'll see you Monday. Bye.
Fuel is my obsession to make the perfect weapon, like Rasputin's rise to the top.
It's fucking hot as shit in here. Why do I keep doing that? That is so weird. Okay.